get after it. Heading into week 5. We can just start off going through these week 4 matchups. I don't know if you want to start off or your thoughts on the game.
Okay. Before we get into our matchups, I wanted to go through one thing. Because I feel like it's better if we just do it now, and then as we go through the games, we'll see it. But we were talking earlier how I ran those numbers. Right. So what I did, I looked through the last 4 weeks, and I just looked for people who were scoring over 100 points and how many times their opponents scored on them over 100 points. Okay. And I'm going to put this on when I edit it, I'll put this little sheet that I got on there so everybody can see it. But it's really interesting once you start looking at it. If you specifically just look at opponent over 100 points, meaning like somebody scored 100 points on Alonso, that's what that means. And top 5 teams only account for 2 of the times somebody dropped 100 points. The bottom half, there's like 11 of them. So like the bottom half's like playing really tough matchups, and then the top half, it just seems like their matchups aren't that difficult because the teams they're playing, they're not scoring over 100 points.
Okay.
So Drew Ruben, captain, I just feel like it's so, when captain tells me to like win my first game, it's like, bro, you wouldn't be able to survive in the East, bro. Because let me tell you why, bro. Because in the West, nobody scores over 100 points.
I like that.
You can see this right here.
And show me, yeah, I seen it.
And then you guys don't even score over 100 points. So it's like 70 to 80, like these low scoring games, and it's like, wow, Captain, you're like, we're about to see, like, you scored 85 and beat Ruben. You can't do that in the East. Like, you have to drop 100 points.
Right.
Because, like, it doesn't even matter if you're playing me. Like, you just need 100, because then it's like, if you don't drop 100, damn, am I going to drop 100 next week when I play Alonso, when I play Ty? But it's like they don't have to worry about that. And it's crazy because it's like, I'm not going to do it, but it's like, Captain, play a season in the East. Let's see, like, what your fucking record is. Because anybody's record, like even Ruben's really? In the East, okay. I feel like he hasn't put up over 100. He would have played Alonso and Ty already. He's 1-3 right now.
Okay. He would have been 1-3?
I think so, in the East.
Okay.
But the East is so soft. Because we'll go through these games. We'll see, like, wow, Captain, you won by, like...
East is soft or the West is so soft?
The West is so soft.
Okay.
Yeah, you just see how soft it is over there. And it's like, damn, bro, like, I'm trying to win a game.
Right.
But yeah,
so you're saying you wish you played, like, the West twice a year
I just think, like...
of the East twice a year.
I just think
I'm going to check and see
wins,
when you play over there twice this year.
Yeah, like, I think when you look at... Like, a win in the East...
Ooh, it's perfect.
A win in the East is... For some of us, dude, it's, like, tough as shit.
It is, man.
It's tough as shit to get a dub. And then, like, yeah, we talked, like, yeah, you got your 2 wins early, and it probably feels real good because, like...
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that I do think that we have the tougher division.
Yeah.
To be honest. I think we do.
Yeah.
I think that Ty's a hell of a player. I think Alonso's a hell of a player.
Yeah.
I think I'm a hell of a player. I think Jerry's a sleeper. And I think that you're a learner. You're learning. I would say you're learning. But, you're not like just, you are an easy win, but you've had talent over the years where it's like, okay, I have to worry about him. I have to worry about him. It wasn't like your team was just garbage. It was just like your IQ was low, and we're still. And I think that still has to just improve. But
I don't know.
I would agree. The East. It is the better division. We're like out west. Like 1 year they all like tied for the division.
Right, 6 and 7 they were?
Yeah, it was like,
we'll put that on the screen too. Like,
like the mediocrity.
How do you,
like,
it's like,
wow. And there's a lot. It's like, it kind of reminds me of the NFC East where it's like it's always someone new win the division. It's like, can someone win it 2 times in a year? Like two back-to-back years, like, I don't know. It's a little weird. And it just doesn't, for player-wise, they don't have the heavy hitters at all. I mean, you got Ruben's team, of course, right? But you know, when we had to deal with Jonathan Taylor, who used to be over here, they have him now. But Jonathan Taylor and Devontae Adams and CMC and Cooper Kupp.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, Tyreek Hill and like Diggs.
Yeah,
and,
like I wonder. I haven't looked at that, but like who's on our side and who's on theirs?
Yeah, like player wise, I think.
Player
we
wise,
got Pat Mahomes, we got Josh Allen,
right.
we have Jalen Hurts.
We have the top three quarterbacks,
right,
bro.
like,
what the fuck,
yeah.
bro? That blew my mind right now. Like we have the top three quarterbacks.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, who's there? Who would be there first?
They have the better tight ends. You know, they got
but
Mark
who would
Andrews
be their
and
best
Kelsey.
quarterback?
Best quarterback
on that side, bro.
On that side, man. I'd say in the past it was like Brady, Vergatti, or like Herbert had a good year. Kyler Murray had a solid year.
I guess.
Damn. But yeah, I mean, Fields finished solid last year, but yeah, no, it's.
Who's the one?
I think the talent wise is.
What do you think is the one?
One I would say Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert.
I think that's the best one over there right now.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah, but they got Kelsey and they got Mark Andrews.
Did you already say we have Lamar Jackson?
No, I didn't even bring up Lamar. Yeah, we have Lamar too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think we definitely have the
top four quarterbacks.
Yeah,
that's insane. Yeah, and then so they have the tight end in Kelsey, and then the wide receivers.
Yeah,
Tyreek is the number one.
They got Jefferson, Chase, AJ Brown.
They do have AJ Brown.
They used to have like D Hop back in the day with Colin. He was crazy. Yeah, but yeah, you know, I think that it is tough for us. We have to play twice a year, and I think that with our games, our slugfest. Like I feel like out west, it gets really like I just need to win by like 71, like the 68. Some games I'm watching like some bullshit out there. Like you know, I give it to them. Like they have more rings than us, but you know, at the end of the day, we're pretty fair in terms of like showing up to the championship. If we probably run into each other in the playoffs too often and get knocked out, you know, to be honest. Like,
yeah, I wonder if that is. I have to look at that, bro. Like, yeah, it just shows how fucking right? Because do you know how the first round is?
It just goes off record, no matter what position you're in. But the top East team is never going to play the top West team first round,
right?
Or second round. They won't. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if the East has all these stacked teams, the West is not gonna have to play the top East team. You know what I'm saying? The top until the championship. Mm-hmm. So it's like I think.
Then they kind of just.
I think. We can look back. We should do like look back in the playoff percentages of winners in each division because it would be interesting. But
it'd be crazy if it was like a landslide like that. What you just said, like that's what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, Ruben. He's got it. We always say Ruben has a good team. Like everyone always says that, but at the end of the day, he doesn't have a division win. You know what I'm saying, or a championship for that. Like so, it's like at the end of the day, right? So it's like success wise, good teams, but I need to see more hardware for that one to really count. So it's really like Drew and Colin, and then Captain Lee sprinkled in there holding it down.
Yeah, it's weird.
Over here it's like you got Alonzo who's come up short, but he's
every year like
he's won some games just like Ruben. He's like our Ruben pretty much. Like and then me and Ty, who's got some rings. Like Jerry's been to a championship. I beat him in that championship. Yeah. And then you have a 1 division ring, and you're kind of just like making us look bad a little bit. I'd say like if we're kind of like starting to puff our chest out, I think you're kind
of okay, but
the one holding us back to really do it. Yeah,
maybe I think you're trending towards that way too, and Jerry's in that. I think me, Jerry, and you are like at the same. Like we're dragging. It's crazy. I feel like
all time, like we're just all the same.
Oh no, just like as of recent.
Okay, all right, that's
like a year and a half.
I just want to hear it. All right,
you
can have your opinion, but you can have your opinion as long as it's not nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like we have been trending down. That's what happens with good teams. Sometimes there's highs, there's lows, there's middles, but like I was telling you when I got in, like I'm looking at this Kenneth Walker trade. And he's like the number 5 running back right now. He's got a bye week coming up, so he's gonna get knocked back after this week. But he looks like a dog.
Yeah,
he looks like a dog. He does. So he reminds me a little bit of like a Doug Martin, but like bigger. But
Wait, bro. And then Ruben traded Kenneth for the pick he used for JSN?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah, he
He used
for
your
JSN. Yeah, for JS. Yeah, because I had fourth pick. He picked JSN, and then I gave him Ty's pick, I think, and he drafted. Who the fuck did Ruben draft? Let's see. Ruben drafted Mike Williams.
After JSN?
Yeah, with Ty's pick, and D Swift went next. You know, to Colin, and so it's. But that's what happens when you got a lot of talent in the team. You got to just pick the right combination. Like I don't blame Ruben for the decisions he made. At the end of the day, like we all said, like he picked at the end of the day, his team was gonna be stacked regardless.
Yeah,
like he made a great trade with Najee. That was
regardless.
That was great to get Najee off his fucking team.
Yeah, 100%.
To Jerry.
Yeah,
huge trade there. Kenneth Walker, he essentially I think chose Miles Sanders over Kenneth Walker.
Did
pretty
he?
Much. I think so. If you look at it.
Because he didn't.
Because he kept Miles Sanders, didn't he?
Yeah, because his flex was probably CeeDee Lamb.
Let me see. Let me make sure he kept Miles Sanders.
He has Miles Sanders and not Derrick Henry anymore, but. Did he keep. No, he kept Najee Harris and Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he kept Miles Sanders.
As a flex? No way, because he has CD.
No, as a running back. He didn't have Najee Harris. He traded Najee Harris to Jerry.
That was preseason,
yeah.
right?
So he kept, I'm looking at it, he kept Miles Sanders. So essentially he could have kept Kenneth Walker.
Do you think Miles Sanders goes first round?
No, I don't think so. But or D Swift, and then he chose Sanders over D Swift. So it's like I tried saying I wanted D Swift back. I had to give up D Swift in order to get Kenneth, so I'm not too upset about that. But I thought I was gonna be able to him to drop back to me in the second round because I just knew he was a dog, and I knew these analysts on fucking YouTube are telling me like he's not gonna be good. Like fucking dumbasses want to dick ride Jahmyr Gibbs, who can't even fucking tie his shoes straight, and runs like a fucking idiot out there. Like, and you think that he's gonna be any different than DeAndre Swift and how they're gonna use him, and you're gonna bitch and moan about David Montgomery all year, which I told you. Keep watching. I watched the same fucking story last year, and look what happened. David Montgomery is a bad guy. 3 touchdowns. Yeah. How many carries?
17.
Are we sure? That was it?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Bro, this man had 32 carries. Ain't no what the fuck? You're so off with that shit.
Yeah.
Get out of here. He had 32 carries.
I got him confused, but I was like, maybe it was 17.
I'm not ever bouncing that off. And I have to go check for myself. 2 receptions for 20 yards, 121 yards rushing. You said he was never going to get 21 carries again this year. And I told you, bro, watch. I know he will. He will. Because that's how he works. And to get 32 carries, I mean, at this point, I'm shocked you're not trying to trade for him.
Kenneth?
Huh?
For Kenneth?
No, for Montgomery.
Oh.
I'm
good on
just
that.
because Gibbs, I don't know, man. Like, I think he'd be a nice little handcuff to have, but he also could drive me crazy because you keep starting the wrong person. Like, that's what I did with Jamal Williams last year. I could never start the fucking right guy, okay? That's the Lions running offense for them. That's what they do. That's just what they do. That's what Dan Campbell likes.
You want to get into the matchup?
Yeah, let's get into matchups. Let's see. We got...
What do you got first?
Let me go first with Ty. Let me explain what happened here. So, in typical Ty fashion, he always makes a trade the fucking week I play him. And it's always for something that, like, helps him now but might screw him later. So he ends up fucking beating me this damn week. You know, I can go back and try to find some examples, but I just know what happened. We got Henry dropping 24, playing quarterback and running back. We got Jalen Hurts, who sucked ass the whole game. I honestly don't even know how he dropped 24. I thought he had like at least like maybe at most 17. I'm just now realizing he had 24. Devontae Adams didn't do anything. Keenan Allen is a wash bum. You know.
He had 9 points.
Yeah, exactly. Wash bum. Puka Nacua, he's done because Cooper Kupp's coming back. So good fucking story for Puka Nacua.
You never know.
It means no worries. Well, it means that he's gonna have to fucking wipe Cubs' ass to fucking maybe get a reception here and there. It's over for Puka. Bye-bye.
What are you guys acting?
Devin A-Chain again, 24 on the bench. I told you about A-Chain. I told you he's going to be one of the Ty guys. He didn't want to believe me. He said, he's this. I'm like, it all makes sense, but he's a Ty guy. You have to understand that.
Yeah.
So he's going to work out, but
That's
Ty
hilarious.
leaves him on the bench again.
All right, I think
He leaves him on the bench again for some reason. So that was a blessing,
Oh,
but
yeah,
it just wasn't
blessing.
enough of a blessing because my team absolutely
'Cause
shit
you
the
left
bed because we got
Montgomery.
Joe Burrow sucked ass with 4.7.
you did.
Dave Montgomery dropping 32 would have even been irrelevant. It actually might have been worse because I would have lost another fucking heartbreaker to Ty after my fucking Thursday night running back goes crazy. So I think God was saving me the
Yeah.
fucking the shame of having to lose that way. Because look, if I put Montgomery in instead of who? Wilson, right? That's 26 points for Montgomery then instead of 32. So I got to subtract Wilson 6.
Yeah.
26 plus 73. I still lose the game, right?
Yeah, no, I think you do still without even doing it, but then it's like, well, I'm see an additional management blunder where you bench Gabe Davis.
That's true.
That's a management fuck up, bro. I mean, that's 12 points right there.
But I mean, that's only like I can only replace.
Then you're a little
I can only
closer,
replace that with
bro.
Amaro
Then you
though.
get closer,
Amaro
bro. I
also
just
had
think
12.
There's a and
Who do
then,
I
wow.
replace Gabe for?
Daniel Jones. You would have replaced Joe. You should have stuck with Daniel Jones.
Okay, so I get
And I
4
think you win
points.
the game there.
I
I think you're making these
still
weird
lose by
excuses
one.
for leaving 32
I think
points.
isn't that crazy? I think I still lose by one.
You're making crazy excuses.
If you
to
take
be
Joe
having
Burrow
that.
out and you put Daniel Jones in, so you get 4 more points.
But
If
why would you think Alvin
put
Kamara
Gabe Davidson
or
instead
Garrett
of-
Wilson would have done better than Montgomery? Like, come on. Like, Kamara coming off a suspension, he's not going to be...
I know, but I'm saying, like, listen, hold on. You said, why not start Gabe Davis? He dropped 12.1. Okay, I start him over Amara, who dropped 11.6. Like, it's 0.5 more
it's a point
points.
there,
And I
then
know,
we
but
get-
I just don't think that's
And
going
then
to add up
we
to
put
be
in Daniel
more.
Jones. I just think the
He
management
scored-
and that
he scored 8.
establishment... It's just it's
He
not good
scored
management.
8,
Man. Like
and
you
Burrow scored
always want
4.
to put your best team forward.
I do.
And you wanted a good
I do,
excuse
and I
for...
think I did. I think I did that this week. You know, except for Montgomery, which is he saved me a heartbreak. Don't get me wrong. I'm very happy Montgomery did that because going in this week, I'm very confident in Montgomery. Like he's at the
Your
very
best
least
Kamara?
boosted his trade value. Like if I need to trade him one day, if he keeps that shit up, no, it's kind of the time to buy.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
But yeah, you know, good shit, Ty. It's always fun playing you. I'm so happy I get to play you twice a year. And there's a reason that we were 500. It's because we always split every fucking year, bitch. So the next fucking matchup, I'm gonna whoop your fucking ass, and I'm gonna show you that fucking window is fucking closed. All right. I say it's closed because last year I had a terrible year, and you scored 10 more points than me on the season, and you just traded your young running back, and it just adds to it. I was saying it before, but it adds to it. Your younger running back for an older running back who had his first great week, but you know he's kind of reminding me of a little bit of like older Todd Gurley. Todd would give me 20 here and there, but he just wasn't that guy. He didn't pop off the field. So good shit, Ty. It's good for you.
Yeah, I think Ty had a really good game. 97 points before his defense and his offense. I mean, when you can score 97 points, like when we start looking at the East teams, they have a hard time just putting up 90 with their starters. Like the defense and the kicker out there, like means a lot. But like out here in the East, Ty dropped 97, 20 points roughly like for Jalen Hurts, Derrick Henry, Puka Nacua, and it's like Ty just always has somebody like consistently like coming in, bro, like filling in that role. Like last couple weeks was Devontae and Keenan Allen. Obviously they cooled off, and then Henry and Nacua went off. Like they picked it up. I mean, and then Jalen Hurts is always dropping 20 plus points. It's, you know, you got to tip your hats off to Ty and what they've been able to do out there. I mean, just like, if he was in the West, I think he goes undefeated. But because he's in the East.
You think, I mean, no, he wouldn't go undefeated. Ruben is a better team than Ty. I'm not going. Drew is a better team than Ty. I'm not going. He'll beat Colin. You know, he can beat Captain. He can beat Justin. But I think that, like I said, he only scored 10 more points than me in the season last year. Like
That was last year.
I know it's last year, but we play a keeper, so in terms of his foundational players, like it's still remotely, it's kind of the same, except for I disagree with the trade of Jonathan Taylor. Now I think his team got worse.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, we'll see. Ty's always the makeup trade guy, like I told you. I didn't like this trade. In a week, he'll probably do a makeup trade. I told you, probably with you, he'll probably get Diggs for the cheap.
No.
That's gonna be his makeup
No
trade.
way. Nah.
He'll probably get it for the cheap. That's just how I'll do
he's
it.
not leaving my team.
We'll see, man. I told Seraphin he has 3 weeks to get one win, or it's over.
All right, what's the next matchup?
It's you and Drew. For you, I'm coming on to Red Zone. I'm off Ruben's phone. We're in Puerto Rico. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Josh Allen and Diggs are going crazy. Seraphin's finally going to get his first win. Like, wow. And then Drew just wouldn't go away, man. Josh Jacobs wakes up. A.J. Brown wakes up. We got Herbert stepping up.
Yeah, bro.
Javonte Williams only 0.9. Raheem Morrison only 2.5. Kittle only 0.9. Like, and yeah, I mean.
Yeah, it's insane. I think, like, honestly, bro, like, it was.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, that's tough.
That is tough to watch. Brees and Gibbs is tough to watch. It's like, man.
That you're two young backs that you like back-to-back years, back-to-back rookies that you drafted. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, bro, like, yeah, if I could go back, I would have changed. Obviously, I would have changed a lot of things going into the week, but just a lot of things just not going my way. Just a whole lot, right? Drew wakes up after only dropping 50 points in week 2 and only like 97 in week 1. Like, fuck, like it's just rough when, you know, when they come and into the East, and like when they get that dub in the East, it's like such a big bonus for them, because it's like, oh fuck, like I gotta win out the East. Like I'm going back home, playing 4 fucking nobodies, but like that win in the East, I feel like it's so heavy. Okay. I think it's so heavy to have that, and it sucked that Drew got a win off me. Man, it's just one of them games, you know. But I think moving forward, it's gonna get better.
And you know what's great about it is Drew's the team in the West that you played twice this year.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Last game of the year.
Okay, hopefully, like I don't need that. He might need that.
Need it.
He's probably gonna really need it. He's gonna need it.
For how you're starting right now, that last game already matters. That last game already matters, bro. Yeah, I mean, especially if you lose this week, that last game, it already matters. So I mean, it's gonna be you versus Drew in a huge game. That's gonna be great for ratings.
But yeah, my team went off, and like, you know, yeah, Drew just matched every fucking thing that I did. So it's like, what the fuck? Like everything's going my way. But who you got next?
We got Colin and Ruben. I like Colin's new picture with Max Kellerman with the freaking hat.
You know, like, yeah, that.
I like Ruben's Jahmyr Chase. It's a nice picture. It's pretty clear.
I lost a lot of respect for Stephen A.
Okay.
I just feel like as like broadcasters ourselves, like it's just, man, you'd hate for that to happen here. Like
what?
For me to like not really want you on the show anymore, and then like we just bring in somebody else.
But how? Boy, that's what Skip did.
No, that's what Stephen A. did.
No, that's what Skip did.
Stephen A. didn't.
No, he didn't. Oh yeah, for Max, I guess.
For Max,
yeah.
Well,
yeah, Skip did it too with Shannon Sharp. I thought you were going that route.
Yeah.
But
well, Shannon left on his own terms. Shannon left on his own terms.
No, he didn't. He told Stephen A. he didn't.
No, I think he did. He got really upset that, you know, Skip was like being very disrespectful. That was very disrespectful.
No. It just says Skip and Shannon Undisputed. It's not,
I feel like he left. His show too. He said, you know what, like I couldn't do it.
He's gonna look it up. I promise you. He went on Stephen A.'s podcast.
I promise you. No, I promise you. That may be the safe face, bro.
I'm right. Sometimes I'm just right. Like I'm right.
Yeah. I don't know about that, but yeah, Ruben and Colin. Wow. Ruben needed 24 points from his defense.
Yeah, this was a good game. This was a fun one.
He was tired of just two teams, really not like the best teams, but somehow the best teams in the West, you know, like it's very like, I think like a lackluster game.
Yeah, I mean it was a good game. It was definitely a good game, you know, good solid score, got some good players like Jefferson and Bijan stepped up, Fields stepped up. CeeDee Lamb, solid game. Travis Kelce was all right. Pacheco, man, I was watching out there. We were watching. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? Pacheco went crazy.
Was going crazy.
But yeah, Colin, 1-3, man. At least right now I'm pretty
Yeah.
accurate on Colin's window being sealed. I think Ty still is sealed, but Colin's definitely that's like an easier one. That's happening right now. But Ruben gets a good win, 3-1. Miles Sanders blows. He's got a
Miles Sanders
Jonathan Taylor's got to
blows.
come back from him, see what he does for him.
Yeah, and it's like, can Justin Fields continue that kind of level of play?
Yeah, we'll see.
I think it's going to be a big thing, bro, because it's like, I looked at Justin Fields' last year, and he kind of did the same thing where he didn't play very well week 1 to 3. And then from maybe like just the middle of the season, the middle 4 or 5 games, he went on a tear. 40 points a game. It was actually insane to see Justin Fields putting those numbers up, and then, can Justin remain? And then you see it taper off at the end of last season.
Did it taper off?
Yeah, he kind of tapered off. Like, his last 4 weeks were like 16, 10, like big differences between like what he was doing in the middle of the season.
Okay.
But
we got
it's insane.
Yeah, La Familia, Jerry. I mean, I like the Bob's Burgers pick. It's a refreshing rebrand. Really goes off the family vibes. I feel like he doubled down on the family kind of aspect and Gotti went the other way with it. Gotti went it was kind of like Cubs versus Sox, like we're Southside Riders. It's us against the world. That's kind of like where Gotti went with it. So it instead of the ranch, they're kind of both fighting for that. They realize they're fighting for the same market. They need to differentiate the market. There's only gonna be one family-friendly team in this league. It's La Familia. It's already in the name. So we got Jerry putting up a solid week.
Yeah.
Cowboys D again for Jerry. Congrats. Ayuk stepped up. Najee looked better. His kicker stepped up. On Alonzo's side, okay, Alonzo, I see you drop Sarden, Anthony Richardson. He still outscores Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
CMC went absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Perfect setup for him to be out there. Tony Pollard, let's see what he's been up to.
I think he's played better than this week.
Okay, Pollard hasn't been bad. He's been solid.
He's been actually pretty solid.
Good. All right. But yeah, Brian Robinson, solid for him. Khalil Herbert had 18. What the fuck? When that happen? But yeah, I mean, Jerry's team continues to keep showing up. Just like he did last year. If he just keeps showing up, I think he's going to have a chance at the end. And that's all you can ask for, really, right?
Yeah.
A chance at the end. Any thoughts on that game?
Yeah, I think Alonso, his team very similar to Ty's, where Tyreek didn't play well. Tyreek only gave 7 points, like you said. Tony Pollard 6, but then the last couple weeks, Tony Pollard and Tyreek Hill have been going off. Christian McCaffrey not quite putting up 41, but still putting up solid upper 15 plus numbers. La Familia has a lot more of that consistency, I think. Ty is a little more volatile, but I think with just another just another really good team in the East. And yeah, Jerry having to play a really good, it sucks when you have Alonso 2 times a year, and it's fuck, if I could just beat him once, bro, it would change the outlook on my entire season, bro. Just because every year, bro, every year.
Usually if you have a positive win percentage against your division, you go to the playoffs. That's usually how it works.
That probably makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But what you got next?
We got Branch County Jail versus Captain. I like this matchup.
It's insane. How low
Kyron
scoring.
Williams has been nice addition to Gotti's team. I think there's a future there with them, especially with Akers being traded. That's huge for Gotti. He's finally got he's got something going for him right now. Young running back. I like that a lot. Debo, just 0.6 is unacceptable. Cody Myers, that guy, man. Mike Evans, he got hurt, right?
Yeah, he's questionable. I don't know what happened though, but
Bryce Young's not ready.
Dalvin Cook is on the bench.
Dalvin Cook's on the bench, not playing well.
So I think I won. I think that trade now has quickly shifted my way. Even with
we'll
T. Higgins not being so productive,
we'll see.
I think I still won. We're starting to see wow, Dalvin Cook's on the bench. Mike Evans starting to hit those mid-season injuries.
Yeah.
He's hitting, but that's the thing.
Did Higgins get hurt too?
Higgins, it's
he
like
got
a
hurt
fractured
last game.
rib. He said he could play through it if he wanted
Damn,
to.
fractured rib.
But I mean, there's bigger issues, bro. Like Joe Burrow, like can't even get the ball to his receivers. His line sucks. He's getting sacked. I think he has the most sacks in the league. Either way, wow, what a division where 87 points gets you a dub. Like that's insane. 87 points gets you a dub. I wish that was like, and then it's crazy because not only did like Captain in the West drop 87, but then Branch dropped 68. And it's like they both of the lowest scores came from the West this season, like this past week.
No, I scored lower than Cam. I was second lowest scoring.
You were Sigo at 90.
I had 73.
Oh yeah, you dropped a big fat fucking dose. And that's why I think like you're separating a little bit from Alonso and Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're kind of like drifting south.
Yeah.
You're in the Jerry territory.
Yeah. Nothing's
You're
gonna
playing
change
with us.
until Joe Burrow shows up. He doesn't show
Right.
up. Then
100%.
I don't
Yeah,
go.
that's so rough.
We go where Joe goes. You know.
We can get into the.
We go where Joe goes. So
Daniel Jones not an option for Week 5.
no, he's not after what I've seen.
Yeah, then there's really no one as a free agent. Like who would you?
Don't worry about that. You know.
Who would you even
You'll
like
find
grab?
out, you'll find out maybe after waivers tomorrow if I grab someone.
Yeah, that's hilarious. And then
But
is that it?
yeah, that's it. Buys have officially started. I'm happy to get mine out the way. It sucks that it's gonna be against the toughest team in my division right now with my best player on the bench, but Kenneth Walker and DK. So it's I gotta we gotta buckle down here. And get a dub.
Wowzer.
And if we get a dub, it'd be a huge one.
Wowzer.
It shows
Wow.
that we got some depth. I think Zach Wilson looked solid. I think him and Garrett Wilson they could get something going here. I think they can. Amon-Ra looks good. Gabe Davis, you laughed, but this guy's been on a streak. You know, he's solid, man. He's gonna be starting for me. Kamara, he looked involved in the offense. Montgomery, yeah, you're starting, kid. Get the fuck out there. Give me another 30. Give me another 3 touchdowns, man. Be a dog this year, bro.
Yeah.
Just be an absolute monster. Joe Burrow, show up, and
It'll be a big win.
we will get this. We'll get this dub, but it's the bye weeks have started. Let's see. Let's separate the men from the boys. Who's got the bench to win a championship? 2-2. I'm the only 2-2 team.
Yeah, everyone else is 1-3.
Everyone's either this way or that way. We're kind of like in that middle.
Yeah, I mean,
like we gotta just
you did what me and Jerry were supposed to do the last 4 weeks. Like get those wins when you're playing like you. Like the fact that that week, like that's big. Like you know how big that is because like that was the game I was supposed to win. Because when I played Ty and Alonso, it's like just getting one of those out of the 2 out of the season, like just to get one out of those, like it's so tough. And then you kind of come back and you play, Jerry, and it's like like if I can get, and I played like.
Yeah, and now, you get.
So you did what you had to do.
I did in a way.
In those 2 weeks, and then now it's
with
like
Joe sucking,
okay,
yes, and like.
You lost the tie. We knew this was gonna happen. You're gonna lose to Alonso.
I don't think we know that.
I
don't think we know that.
I think we knew that. I would have put money on it all day.
Okay, but you didn't, so I don't think we.
I can't go to Vegas and put this on their books.
But I just think my receiving core right now, we're holding steady. We're holding steady. I got 3 of them. One was affected by Rodgers, obviously. We're getting that's big time. But he's still serviceable to an extent.
You think it's still a triple homicide or?
No, I never thought he was. You did.
Or it was like he fell off the roof or some shit.
Yeah, I think it was. He crashed and it slid into like a snowbank and
gasoline and lit on fire.
No, I think that he maybe had a glass of lean, but it had nothing to do with gasoline. But he swerved into a snowbank and it was a graceful just koosh into the side of the mountain. It was just so much snow, but he fucked his car up, and he was like, he had to like toss his weed in the forest because he had to call like 911. He was in like Pennsylvania, and they're like strict as fuck with that, I think. So like, he was just fucked. He was just pissed, but he's like, you know what? I'll buy another car. I'm still a millionaire. So he's like, yeah, you know what? It sucked, but we can still do something. And the car's not gonna come till the one he wants is gonna be available after the season. So he's gotta drive around something else, but he's still gonna get the job done with it. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that was.
Yeah, you can rewind
really
that just to hang in there and just that story in your mind, like just have that, that's why we support Gary Wilson.
All right.
And I'm gonna run DK. Like DK, that was a nice grab, nice touchdown yesterday. He's just being DK, like letting these guys just be them. Kenneth stepping up. It's really, and Montgomery's been solid. It's really Joe Burrow. It's really Joe Burrow, man. If he would give me 20, I'd be winning games. And I've only won 2. I'm the only 2-2 team though, so I have a chance to really just reset here and just calm down, and just I'm 0-0. Let's just go forward. We made it through the first half of the month. I mean, we made it through the first month. 500. Thank God. After last year, that is an accomplishment for my team. I don't know when my second win came last year. It was long into the season when it was like really I had to win to have a chance. So let's just keep battling right there. And I think that.
You haven't put over 100 points.
Yeah, but that was one of them because I had 100, and then Joe Burrow threw like a fucking interception.
Okay,
like 1
you
minute
don't
left.
have 100. Like you haven't scored 100.
Yeah.
And even if it would have counted, that was probably when was that? Like if it was this week or last week?
It was like when I was already winning.
Okay, you already won this one, but still, yeah. Wow, 95.
Like, so that he threw a pick, but it was like, I was like, fuck, I had 100.
And you still were able to win because Jerry put up 82 points. Yeah. You had a soft schedule kind of too. Like your first 2 weeks, I put up 61, Jerry 82, and then you faced 146 points, no shot, and then even this week at 106, like.
2-1 against.
Yeah, I do think if Joe Burrow would fix it, your team would get better and my team would get better.
Sure, yeah.
Because T. Higgins would just be playing better, Ruben would be playing better. Hey. So if you could get your guy playing football.
Hey. You said
throw the ball a little better?
How hard the East was. We're 2-1 against the East right now. So we're 2-1. Let's keep, as long as we can have a positive record versus the East and then go 500 against the West, we're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So we lost Colin on some fucking Colin's team wants to fucking snap out of nowhere. His team sucks. Yeah. All right. They probably I gave him a lot of bulletin board material, so this man probably really dug deep to get that dub. Congrats. Yeah. But yeah, I still stand by the window has been sealed. And I love that Ruben beat him last week because it just adds to that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's a big time win by Ruben. Even though it shouldn't have been that close, right? Ruben should have dominated with 140 points. Mm-hmm. But it's so weird. It's like you'd think he'd be Alonso, but in terms of point production, but he's just not Alonso. Like Alonso every week over 100 points.
Yeah, let's just get through these batting lines real quick for next week. So.
Yeah, I played Jerry this week. It's basically even.
Let's see, using Jerry's. Let's see.
Jerry's the underdog by a point.
Yeah, 1.2. This is gonna be. They're saying this one's gonna be close.
This one's such a big win for both of us. I think
it is
either Jerry would go 2-3, big. I'd go 1-3, 1-4, which would be huge.
It would be. It's game changer because now all of a sudden you're 2.
Yeah, it's like
then next week you're 2-4.
I know.
It's you gotta start somewhere. You gotta get that first one.
Yeah, I do because I think after my rest of the season,
scary, man. 0-5 is
my schedule gets easier with I get more East matchups. I get out of the West. My East matchups, I get more into West matchups. Finally, bro. My first 3 was all East. It was you, Ty, or Alonso, then Ty, and it's okay, here we go. We got Drew coming up. Fuck.
Yeah.
Couldn't get my easy dub where I needed it. The Alonso and Ty, all right, bro. I tried my best. I should have won that game.
Hell no.
I
told you we're not in the same.
Josh Allen dropped 9 points.
I'm a playoff competitor. You are a first overall pick competitor.
If Josh Allen just would have played better, Stephon would have got more points, I would have won. What the fuck was that?
Though. He played great. You can't really ask for more from them. They went nuts.
Man, I really need this dub. Jerry really needs this dub. Obviously, I'm going with myself here.
I'm definitely going to go with Jerry 1.2 just because.
I wouldn't be surprised he drops 150 points.
Yeah, just because he's got, ETN's going to go off for some reason. Mahomes is just tired of all this shit. He's probably going to drop 30-something.
Maybe.
Jalen Waddle's been a little quiet. I think him and Tua finally start connecting.
Yeah.
I think with your team, Josh and Stiggs, they had the game. I don't think they're going to do that again. I think they'll be okay, but it's not going to be that again. Madsen sucks. Gibbs is just not doing anything yet.
I think solid. He's like a Tony Pollard right now.
No.
It's like a turning point. Yeah, I mean, Brees Hall and Jahmyr Gibbs have been very underwhelming. Look, Devon, how do you pronounce his last name? Achin.
Yeah.
I was watching their game. I was watching the plays that they're running, and they don't run him up the middle. They run him with like a lot of motion to the sides. No, watch that game. I don't think they run it up the middle once. With Jahmyr Gibbs, they run him up the middle. And look, like Gibbs does not have legs like Saquon. His legs are a bit smaller. And A-Chain, he's not running up the middle, and he's a small guy. So what do? They're swinging him on the outside. He's having a fantastic season. I just need Dan Campbell. I need to get a message to you. Get Gibbs in the slot. Get him running from the side. Get your linemen to move and get blocks. Like, come on. Like, let's start to run this. And I think Gibbs is faster, if not way faster and way more agile.
Yeah,
it's just the game. It's just the game plan. We gotta change the script. Come on.
In all reality, I do think he has talent. You can't trust that guy, Dan Campbell, man.
He's a fucking.
Yeah, welcome to my dude. Honestly, I'm so happy someone else had to go through this shit. Like, it can change. You better not hope Gibbs get hurt, man. Because as soon as he starts showing that he's not like durable, oh no. Like, that's why Montgomery came back quick as fuck. He's like, no, I'm good. He's like, you sure? He's like, I'm good. Like, he just knew the injuries. That's not something that Dan Campbell just does. It's either you play or you get the fuck out of my way. You know, so Jahmyr Gibbs has been healthy, but they just don't run the offense they don't run that throwing the ball to the running back offense. It's just they're way more down the field. They're way more run the ball.
Tosses.
They just
not
want
necessarily throw.
They're more just north and south. The Dolphins are east and west because they have the speed. The Dolphins have the speed to run an east and west offense.
Detroit has the speed too.
No, I know.
Yeah, they do.
Amon-Ra's not that quick. They don't have any other receivers. Sam Laporta is slow as shit. Dave Montgomery's slow as fuck. Like, they have no one fast. Jahmyr Gibbs is fast.
I think they have a solid.
I think they could do a lot. Slow team.
I think they implemented some stuff. I think they could do. They could take a little. They could take a little something from the Dolphins.
No, they don't get the
and implement that.
The Dolphins' speed is
just try it out.
Something that the league doesn't have right now. Then no one has it. The speed. Everyone talks about speed, but the Dolphins actually went out there and said,
"Well, right, but
we're going to get
A-Chain,
Mostert, Hill, Waddle. Like, everyone's just fucking fast as fuck."
Right.
So it's like they can run these plays where this misconception, if they keep running, Jahmyr Gibbs is the only guy that's running side to side, they're going to know, oh, this is Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get this ball. Like, and when they have everyone doing it, when they have Mostert doing it and he doesn't even touch the ball because they know that fucking Hill can run the other way, it's like they can't really guard it. But you start just doing that with your one quick guy. That's why he's out there most times as a decoy. He's just like running around routes that he doesn't get the fucking ball. With Jahmyr Gibbs, like, give him the fucking ball in the space.
He's getting carries. Like, he's getting carries.
But what happened to him being so dynamic? We're gonna use him in ways that you've never seen before. What the fuck? I just knew they were bullshitting after I started talking like that. Like, what is he gonna do? He's a fucking running back. He plays football. I've watched this sport for a long time. What the fuck is he gonna do?
He could be more dynamic.
Alvin Kamara on my team. What the fuck is he gonna do that I've never seen before? So
I think if there was,
I'm ranting too because I have Gibbs in another. I do have Gibbs in another league, so I feel you. But at least it's PPR in that league, so I'm getting a little love there. So this league, that's tough. Standard Gibbs unacceptable right now.
Yeah, I think the offensive play calling gets better. Like, I think Gibbs gets better, but it's tough. I mean, it's tough, but we gotta ride with it.
Yeah, Jerry. I like Jerry's team just because it's very unique.
Travis. Is he starting Najee?
I do. No, I know he's not. I don't know if Najee's on the bye or not. No, he's not starting Najee. He had his name in Najee for like a week, and then he just changed it. It's hilarious. All right, let's start. Let's go to my team. I am, 11.7 point underdogs. 11.7. Obviously, I'm gonna take my points just because, if you're giving my team double-digit points, you're gonna fucking pay for it. You're gonna pay. The books are gonna pay for that one. They fucked up. They disrespect. I'm putting that bitch on everyone's locker. So,
they're definitely gonna get their money.
I mean, Joe Burrow's going against the fucking Cardinals.
Cardinals have shown solid defense at times.
No, they don't. They have right now let me see this shit.
Week 1, they did very well.
He's going against the 26th worst defense for quarterbacks fantasy-wise this year.
What's the last? What did they score the last 4 weeks?
This is what the quarterback. They let Brock Purdy just drop 21 in them. Brock Purdy.
I mean, I think he's the number 2 quarterback.
Brock Purdy is?
Yeah, on the season.
Really? I mean, is that one of Serafin's facts, or do I need to go check that one?
Check it, like.
I swear, Seraphin, if this is not true, man. If this is not true, you just keep losing credibility. He's number 2, right?
Yeah.
He's the number 2.
He's number 2.
Let's see. Number 2. Brock Purdy is the number 11.
Well, how'd you rank him though?
They rank it. It's based on how many points scored.
Like total points scored?
Yeah, the season.
No, I think it's like more on quarterback rating. I think the one I was looking at is more on quarterback
Okay,
rating.
shit. So you're something outside of fantasy football.
Yeah, but he's number 2. Yeah, quarterback rating.
And something outside of fantasy football. Okay.
Oh yeah, quarterback rating matters.
He does, but when you're not the number 2 fantasy quarterback, you're not even in the kingdom. There's 10 starting spots. He's number 11.
Yeah.
So right now he hasn't even.
Yeah,
been a
that's
starter.
how it works.
Right.
That's how counting works.
Yeah, so he's not even a starter right now. It's for him to be number 2 and not a starter. That's kind of job. That's a
I mean,
job.
he's on a bench though.
Yeah, but that's why I was shocked when you told me he's number 2. Anyways, like, let me go to this damn scoreboard. 11-point underdogs. Bring it on. Alonso's got a good team, so I respect it. I got nothing else to say about that. I'm taking my points. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really tough. I mean, Alonso, man, it's like Alonso's just known for those duds, right? He's just known for those duds. I think so. Like
against me, he is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be cocky. I do for some reason have Alonso's number.
He's due for a 70-point game.
Bad.
He is definitely capable.
Of
playing those kind of games, but hey, usually he's already got some kind of injury though.
11 points? You're not gonna take 11 points?
No, because I think Christian McCaffrey is playing on another level.
Okay.
Completely other level. Tony Pollard's probably gonna come back. Tyreek's probably gonna come back. The rest of his offense, they're just gonna come back. Who's he gonna start at quarterback? Doesn't matter, right? Because he's got Ruben. So at quarterback, whoever he starts, or he got you. I was thinking the last game, but he's got Richardson and Lamar is better than Joe at this point. I just think it'd be very difficult for you to pull a win, big win for you, but I just know
it's not out the realms because you said he is capable of duds, and for some reason I do have his number.
He just has a healthy team.
He's kind of like the Vikings and like the Packers in a way.
He's very healthy right now, I think.
Ty is also the Packers. Me and Ty kind of share the Packers over the years because the Packers, they're not. It's not like the Patriots. It's fucking Packers.
Suck, bro. It's gonna suck if you win and he scores under 100.
I'll be happy. We got Ruben and Ty. We got it's gonna be a close one.
Yeah, that's a lot closer than I
Ruben's
thought it was.
Underdog. Ruben is a 2.8 underdog.
It's still really
first
close
time this
though.
year. That's the first time Ruben's been an underdog, right?
Yeah, I think so, right? Because he's only played the West.
Yeah. This is a good point. Yeah, he's a 2.8 underdog. I'm taking Ruben's fucking points. Are you kidding me? Ruben's an underdog? Hell yeah, I'll take those points. Ty's team is he's gonna start A-Chain. A-Chain is gonna for some random reason he's gonna suck this week. I hope Ty he's gonna play like that. He's gonna be great, but Ty's just always gonna start him the wrong weeks. That's just my prediction with A-Chain. Puka Nacua is done. Put him on the bench, Ty. Stop trying to play around. Cooper Kupp's back. Let's stop fucking joking. He's not catching any more fucking balls. Put the fucking kid on the fucking bench. I'm done with him. But yeah, I think we got hopefully Jonathan Taylor plays. We got Henry versus Taylor. Perfect timing. Should be a very good game.
He's very rusty.
2 good teams. Remember, I'm saying this. Good teams. Don't let things get lost in transition. 2 good teams going at it.
Yeah, I just have Ty because Ty he's just already scored 3 weeks in a row over 100 points. Ruben needed a 24-point defense to get over 100. Like it's just tough to. I got Ty on this one. He's probably dropping at least 106. Ruben's gonna squeeze 98 points out somehow. It's just not gonna be enough.
Yeah, Ty's team's been going crazy, man.
It's every other person.
Yeah, honestly.
It's every other person.
We'll see if it lasts.
We'll see if it lasts, and then who's next?
Let's see who's next. We can go
Captain and Drew.
Yeah, Captain and Drew. Drew is a 1.5 underdog.
I'm
taking Drew.
Fuck. You taking Drew?
Yeah, I'm taking Drew.
Yeah, if Josh Jacobs is back. A.J. Brown expecting him to drop another 30. Come on. Justin Herbert's been on fire.
Justin Herbert's out, though.
Oh, right. The Chargers are...
I don't know.
Wow,
I don't know if that or he
no, Chargers on a bye.
All right, So he's
Wow,
got
so he's
Garoppolo.
Ooh. Wow. And captain has who is captain
I
starting?
like Georgia
Dak?
receivers though. What a pick! I was telling him like, it was a good pick when he took DJ Moore number 4 or number 5.
Yeah, but he's gonna start him.
I would. DJ Moore.
I mean, you're playing the Commanders' defense.
DJ Moore's dropped 10, 10, 19. And him and Fields looked good last week. I'd start him.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
with some guys in
what's
the
gonna.
defense.
You know that game is tight.
Who you going with?
Man, I'd say Drew. Probably go with Drew if Josh Jacobs can repeat what he did last week. I think that's gonna be a big thing. Does Josh Jacobs put another 20 points? Because I think he's gonna need it.
I can see that. I agree. Then we got Gotti Colin. Gotti is a 13-point underdog.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll take Gotti plus 13 all day. I mean, Colin's team is done. It's over, Colin. You kick my ass, I'll give it to you. But for you to be a 13-point favorite, I don't need you to be 13
I think so. I think Mike Evans, he's got hurt. He's not even starting Dalvin Cook. Like, can Kenyon or Williams, do what he did last week? I mean, he did it week 2, week 3. He had like 6 points, and then this week he had like 22 or whatever.
Come on, Gotti. I think that's
like,
his team. I think he can be
that?
random this week. I think that Lawrence can go off. I think Kyron Williams can go off. Debo Goddard can finally have a good week. I think Devontae Smith can. I think
he goes 0-5.
It can be. I think there could be something there, Gotti. I think I'll take your. I don't know if you win, but I know you don't. You don't win by more than 13 points. I'll give you that. All right. Who do you take?
Colin.
Really, minus 13?
I think he might get Saquon back. He might get Eckler back. It hasn't been cleared yet, but like if you were to get them back, and Isaiah Pacheco is in the flex easily. Oh man, I think. Colin's team, like, slow start, injury bug, but does he have a better team than Ruben the next 5 weeks? Colin?
No.
Well, it's yet to be seen, right? Like, we got to wait and see.
Gotti's winning this game. Colin's going to 1-4.
No, I think Colin just has too many solid players, and Gotti,
I don't think so, man.
Like Evans it's over.
I don't think so.
Those 15-plus games over.
He hurt. He's back.
It's not the same after the first one.
We're here. It's not really a press conference. It's more of a commissioner free speech. I need to give out sometimes messages to the public unhindered by ignorance or dumb reporting questions or, just IQ levels that aren't up to par. Just want to go over a few things here, just some highlights of who's really been taking off. I mean, we got Justin Herbert, who's just been a beast to start the season off. Really vengeance year for Drew over there with Justin Herbert. He's the number 1 quarterback, 95 points scored on the season. Running back, we got Christian McCaffrey, who's just been a monster, number 1 running back, 102 points, insane. Receiver, Tyreek Hill, 72 on the season, number 1 receiver, going absolutely nuts. Give my respect there for Alonzo. Tight end, Mark Andrews, 34 points. But Cole Kmet being number 2 is actually shocking. Wow, I didn't even realize that. But Mark Andrews, number 1. Defense has really played a story this year in some games. We got Cowboys with 75. Next up is Bills with only 56. And then the kicking game, we got Jake Elliott, number 1. So that's just kind of wrapping up the first month of the season. The stars to start off. I think that we kind of predicted a couple of those. I think that Justin Herbert is kind of the real surprise with quarterback. Really excited to get into the next month. This is like the money-making month here. All right, everyone's had their fun. We started the season off. That's fine. Losing games, blah blah blah. Now it's nut up or shut up. No one's to hear about why you lost. Even though you can say why you lost, that's fine. There's always reasons why. But at the end of the day, you're gonna be the one late Thanksgiving pissed at yourself that you're really not as close in the playoff picture as you want to be, because everyone knows this is where the foundation gets set for your season the next month going in. I mean, next 4 weeks. Did want to move on over. This is the Kingdom Sports Podcast. It's not just the Kingdom Fantasy Football Podcast. So even though Seraphim is not in our fantasy basketball league, that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna act like they don't exist. It's a great league. Been going on for a long time. We've been grinding it out over there. We got Dom, who was a ridiculous playoff run last year, came out of nowhere to upset everybody and get a fucking ring. Congrats to Dom. But we got drafts. It's going to be Sunday, October 15th. Remember this year, we're kind of running it through basketball first, the rookie keeper. So you're going to be able to keep one keeper who was a rookie last season going into this season. Not someone that's a rookie right now, but someone that's a sophomore right now. And you get to keep them only. And if you don't have one, it's just like the regular keeper draft. You're going to have to go find someone who is. Find a gem, find someone you can put in the farm system, get a little taste for how it's going to be for football next year. We got 5 keepers of any position, any year. Just the 5 best players that you can have. I think it's going to be a very competitive season. Looking at the West, like I said before, everyone's got a ring except for Alonzo, which he got fucked during COVID, but his team was dominating that year. So that division's up for grabs. That's going to be fun to watch. East, I think that we're going to remain. James of Thrones is still good. We got LeBron James still here. He's not going anywhere. I need to see Captain Ruben really step up. It's really Colin and Drew giving me fits, but Captain Ruben, you gotta pull your weight. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Captain. Yeah, who gives a fuck if you're 2-1 or 3-1 right now in football? You gotta go back-to-back sports, kid. I need to see more improvement in basketball. This has nothing to do with football. So I'm gonna keep that same energy in basketball. You always say keep that same energy. I'm keeping that same energy with you because your basketball record is even worse. I wouldn't even go into that right now. So I need to see you. I'm trying to motivate your ass to fucking step up. Kevin Durant is withering away over there. Zion Williamson's withering away. Kyrie Irving is just withering away. Let's go. Come on, man. Ruben, he had that one good year with James Harden MVP. That bullshit ass name. That boy ain't been MVP in a minute. Maybe MVP at the fucking strip club or a fucking burger joint. I'll give him that much. But yeah, I just wanted to get everyone hyped up for fantasy basketball. Ty wanted to know when do keepers lock. Keepers will lock the same day as the draft, just a little earlier in the day. Probably I'm thinking maybe 2 p.m. on the 15th of October, but you'll get an official message on that, but 2 p.m. But that's all I had to say for the King Poppy J Commissioner Report. Baseball, let's continue to get payments in to Drew. Hell of a season for Drew. I don't know which was more impressive, Dom's basketball or Drew's baseball, but let's get those paid up, and let's get Dom paid up as well. I think we should have everything here figured out and solved, so we're good to go for next year. Thank you.